everybody. Go ahead, roll your mat out, grab a ball, and join me for a little bit of some core Pilates movement today. So let's start out with our feet hip-width distance apart. Place that ball right in between the thighs, give it a nice squeeze, and then we'll sit up nice and tall on top of our sits bones. So from here, I just want us to practice a little bit of movement through the pelvis. So take a nice deep breath in, fill the lungs, get a long spine. As you exhale, we'll squeeze the ball and simultaneously co-contract through the transverse abdominis and the pelvic floor lifts. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, again, squeeze the ball, lifting up that pelvic floor. Feel like you have a sponge around your tummy that's squeezing. Inhale, lift up, you're wringing it out. Exhale. Now we're gonna hold right here in that little bit of a C curve that you have for that low spine. I want you to feel that engagement. Squeeze the ball pretty tight and just a few little pulses right here. Exhale to curl up. What I love about the exhalation through pursed lips is it really continues to encourage that transverse abdominis engagement, that lift of the pelvic floor. You're gonna hear those cues a lot when we train. All right, we're gonna hold right here. Let's change the shape of the spine. On an inhale, draw the arms all the way up. And then as you exhale, squeeze the ball and start to lower the arms down. Inhale, really tall spine. Exhale, melt it down. One more time, just like that. Inhale, pull up. And then exhale, hold it on the down. Take a nice deep breath in, open the arms up, and then exhale, close them down. Cross the arms over, alternating. So this time, maybe your right arm goes on top, and then as you lift, exhale, roll back, cross the left arm. Now breathe in, and exhale, just hold right here. Maybe put your hands down, reach the chest up, get a nice stretch, look to the ball, squeeze it, pick up the hips, keep that chin looking down towards the chest. Let those fingertips spread apart and keep the elbows into a nice little micro bend. From here, we're just gonna lower and lift the hips a few times. Keep a tight squeeze on the ball. You'll notice your thighs are starting to wake up. The glutes are starting to say hello. 2 more. Last one, hold up right here and then squeeze that ball with me. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Hello, tushy, right? All right, let's come onto our back now. We can keep the ball right in between the thighs, hook our hands to the hamstrings, or reach forward. It's up to you. Rolling down one vertebra at a time. Ooh, there's a knot in my shirt, so it's feeling a little funny on my low spine. All right, take a deep breath and reach your arms all the way overhead and let your ribs splay up. You'll find that space right here between your low back and the mat. As you exhale, we'll squeeze our ball and then we'll notice that our hips tip slightly. Bring your arms by your side as you do that. Take a deep breath in, release everything. And exhale, tip the hips slightly by engaging your lower abdominal region. We'll stay there. That's a nice imprint where the pubic bones rise above the hip bones. Squeeze the ball and bring your legs up to tabletop. The feet have a lot of activity. Even though it just looks like they're pointing, ankles are plantar flexed, it's some work. If you want to increase the intensity right here, just hold the arms up like you're giving a big hug. Option to stay here or relax the arms. We're going to open and close through the hip joint only as long as we can maintain pelvic stability. Notice the shoulders are down the back, not hiked up into the ears and not scooped down so the chest is lifted. So just 2 more, opening and closing, like you're dipping your toes into some water. Exhale, good, hold here or advance it, taking a bend in the knees, placing the ball in between the ankles and sending the legs up high. From here you can lift and lower. Again, squeeze from the insides of your thighs all the way down. I've only done one and my ball's already a little unstable. Exhale to bring it up. One more time, inhale to open, exhale to bring it up. Let's take a bend in the knees. Now from plantar flexion, dorsiflex. Do that again. Reach from the tops of the feet. Now reach from the back, getting a calf stretch. From here, push out for 5, 4, and 3. Last 2, only bringing the knees to 90 degrees. Last 1, good. Lengthen the legs, keep them up. Point the toes, flex the feet, bend the knees. And plantar, and dorsey, and bend, and push, and point, and flex, and bend. One more, reach, point, flex, and bend. You can slide your hands under your tush if that feels good. We'll do one more set of 3 where we lower the legs down. Exhale, squeeze and pick it up. 2 more, lengthen it out. Exhale, good. Keep feeling those ribs staying connected to the mat. 1 more time, and lift it up. Good. Try to keep the ball in between the feet as you peel your hips up. Give a nice little squeeze, feel a stretch in the front body. Deep breath in, reach up right here, and then slowly melt down. All the way overhead, inhale, let the ribs splay, and then exhale, curl the hips up, push the arms down to the sides. Take a deep breath in here, and then exhale, melt the spine down, pulling the hips towards the heels, and then hug the knees in. Take the feet so the toes are turned out, ankles are squeezing in, and give a really big squeeze, enough that it feels like some work, and the ball might get a little tipsy. All right, from here, spread those fingers out and push down through the triceps. Spread out through the collarbones, and we'll exhale, push it away for 4, 3, long and even through both legs, 2, and 1. Good. From here, bend the knees, come through center. We're gonna roll over, keep the ball in between the ankles, and we'll work the back body a little bit more. So I have a nice squeeze. I'll roll down, relaxing my forehead on the palms, backs of my hands. Give a squeeze here, and I want you to just curl the heels in. Lengthen the back of the legs, exhale, curl them in. And as you do this, pretend like there's an ice cube underneath your belly button. That way it keeps a nice abdominal engagement. Exhale to curl in, squeeze. You'll notice my ball's already getting a little wobbly. Exhale, pull it in. 1 more time. Exhale, curl it in, hold here. Now pretend like you have paint on the bottom of your feet and you want to make marks on the ceiling. Yeah, that would actually be pretty obnoxious if you did it at your house or at a studio, but it's fun to think about, it's a good visual, and it helps us figure out how to place the joint of the ankle. So again, it's in that dorsiflexion position, like you're standing on the ground. So squeeze that butt now, hold it up in little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, oh, booty straight, 3, 2, 1, relax, turn the toes out. Oh, I can let those hips drop a little side to side, give it a little break, and then squeeze the ball. So now you're in that lateral flexion, right? So you'll notice 11 and 1 basically for the toes. But again, we're gonna go into that bend, and squeeze. And I just want you to squeeze the ball as tight as you can, and you'll notice my ankles are starting to roll around. So we're just working it from a different angle. All right, now hold here, little lifts up, 8 and 7. Oh my gosh, I'm so wobbly with this, it's unbelievable. 5, I think I lost count. 4, 3, and 2, flex 1, oh my gosh, release the ball. I need to take a break from that, I don't know about you. Woo, the backs of my legs are tired. Since that's the case, let's do a little stretch of those legs and then we'll do some side body. So bring your legs up in front to a nice 90-degree bend. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, you can lift the chest, still sitting back, opening and closing, imagining like it's windshield washers, which we've actually been using, I'd say every other day here in Abu Dhabi. Pretty shocking, I know. All right, from here, just cross one ankle in front of the other. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms up, and then fold down. Option to stay here. If that's too much, you can back up with the spine just a little bit, or if you need even more, feel free to cross the ankle over the thigh into a nice lifted figure 4 variation. Say you even want more, but you want to keep working the arms as well. Go ahead and pick up those hips and look down the line from your belly button all the way to the back of your calf. Soften it down, whatever version you are in, unravel the legs and come back to windshield washer. Keep that chest lifted, micro bend in the elbows, and then we'll do the other side. So the other leg comes in front, snuggle that spine up to the sky, and then fold forward. Oh, wonderful. Sometimes I like to take my hands to prayer and then put it behind my head. If you like that variation, stay with it. If you want to increase it, you can always cross the ankle over the thigh, lift the chest, possibility to lift those hips. It's working the back body as well. Just remember the weight of the head is heavy, so you want to keep it in line with the spine, or even looking down to the tummy. Never dropping it back like that. That's totally the glamour don't. You don't ever want to see that, not in the class, not on your own body. The spine isn't designed to support the head in a throwback position. All right, so even if it looks good sometimes in your pictures, it's not good for the spine. Just remember that. All right, go ahead, come back through. Let's do a little bit of work on the side of our body. So we'll start out with a nice long diagonal line. Right here, we can start out just lifting the hips to see how that feels. If we're comfortable in that and it's enough of a challenge, please stay there. If you want to increase it, top leg goes to the front, back leg separates, a little bit of a V right there. We lift up the hips. Again, a long spine, maybe reach the arm up and over, and we can just stay here. Hands can come to the back of the head like you're doing a crunch, and we lift up. Spread your left fingers out wide, 4. Good. Reach through your left obliques on the hike up. Squeeze your right obliques on the way down. Left obliques, right obliques, because we're mirroring each other. 1 more. Good. Keep a nice little lift right here. Arm opens, maybe a big breath in. Exhale. Let's come down onto all 4s and then sink back. Come to your table pose and reach your left arm out. The one that was just supporting your forearm plank to the side. Thread it through so that you soften your left cheek down to the ground. And then you're just gonna nestle up and find that space that feels good. I like to flip my palm open and get a nice amount of pressure through the back of the arm. Reach that right arm up to the sky. Oh, open it up. Option to stay there or flip the palm and send it behind you, hooking through the back of that left thigh. If this feels really stable and you want to go for a little stretch, get a quad or a calf stretch into your right leg. Option to stay there, or internal spiral of that upper thigh, reach it long. Remember to keep that foot dorsiflexed. Good, big up towards the diagonal, like where the ceiling and the wall meet. All right, unravel coming down from that, so bend the knee, place the foot down, reach the arm up, press away, unthread your needle. Oh. And then just sort of dance your way to the other side. Have fun getting there. And then maybe change your mind and move back to the other side. Okay, never mind. We're gonna balance it out on your right side. So let's come on down. Again, finding your decision. This is all about your choice. Does it work better for you to hold here in your side plank, just lifting your hips, pressing down through that right forearm? Or are you interested in a different variation? Split legs, inner thighs squeeze together, and we exhale to lift up. So it's your choice. Option again, where to place that hand. Maybe it comes behind the head. If it does, as you lift and lower, I want a little bit of pressure from the head into the back or the front of the hands, the palm and the fingertips pressing gently back into the skull. Good, 4 more. Inhale, think, squeeze your left obliques. Exhale, your bottom waist, your right obliques are working. 2 more, push away evenly, spread out through those right fingertips. Last one, hike those hips up for a moment, big breath, reach the arm up. Oh, maybe a stretch overhead. Open it up. Oh, that right shoulder, I don't know about you, but I'm starting to feel it. So let's come down onto all 4s. Separate those shoulders out. Take a little swirl if you need to. My body was calling for one. Remember, a little side note here, intermission, always do what is best and honoring what's going on in your body, right? So just because I'm suggesting something does not mean it's right for you. All right, let's thread the needle on that side. Reaching that right arm up, thread it through and soften down onto your shoulder. One side you will find a deeper spinal twist, that's normal. Your left hand can push into the ground to continue that rotation. If you're comfortable with it, you can always reach your arm up. Now, this side is gonna be a lot more complicated for me to extend my leg, so I'm not even gonna try it because I can feel that right now, keeping pelvic stability, which is the most important thing, will get sacrificed when I try to balance my leg. So I'm not gonna do it. You're more than welcome to go ahead. All right, 1 or 2 more breaths right from here, pressing through the back of the arm. Watch what happens. As I push and lengthen the spine, I can naturally rotate a little bit more. Lower the leg if it's lifted, lower the hand if it's hovered. Reach up, unravel the spine. Play around for a moment. Pretend you're like swimming. I found out my doggies are going swimming later today. They definitely look a lot more like this, but still the same idea. When's the last time you went swimming, actually? Swimming is an amazing activity for the body. It's really like low impact on the joints. It's a great full body exercise. So I encourage you, if you can find a pool indoor for my friends and family back in Cleveland, definitely do it. All right, let's work just a little bit on opening up the shoulders that we just worked. So you can take your hands right behind you, open that chest, let it feel good, and then exhale. 2 more like that. Inhale to open up, exhale, lower. 1 more time, inhale up, and exhale. Let's work a little obliques together, yeah? Go ahead and grab your ball. Let's place it in between the thighs. I'll start out on a diagonal so that you see what's going on. We'll take a deep breath in. It's like really warm here. All right, we'll take a nice deep breath in through our spine, sit up nice and tall. And then as we exhale, let's just curve back just a little bit. We're gonna hold here until we really feel some activation. Squeeze that ball. Now, rotate, pretend like you're holding a Pilates ring, and then exhale. Come back up on an inhale, exhale, roll back, pause, rotate the spine. So option to stay there, add a little bit more of an extension through the spine as you lift, or if you'd like, as you rotate, open the arms up like you're reaching for a big hug, and then come back through center and restack. Again, exhale, let's rotate the spine, reach the arms out, pull a bend back in the elbow, come back through center, and come up. 1 more time, but let's try it starting out in the opposite direction. So rotate, squeeze the ball, open the arms up, peel them back so the fingers are close, and come through center. Rotate to the other side, open it back up. Ooh, inhale, exhale, come back up. Drop the ball in between the thighs and fold over your thighs. So you'll have a nice little butterfly stretch. Fingertips can be up if that feels good. They can come down. Whatever works for your body. Roll it back up. I just got a little alarm on my phone to remind me to fertilize my plant. Thank you, Daddy, in advance for doing that for me, since I'm in Abu Dhabi. All right, let's take the ball and do a little bit of work balancing on our sits bones. So from here, we're going to find the back of our sits bones, almost like we're doing a roll down. Here we are. Hands can be supported at the thighs or even behind us. We'll hover into like a boat pose. At first, we'll round into the boat pose. Let's take the feet and flex them a little bit. And then now sit up nice and tall. So I really want you to think about using your lower abdominals. Fair warning, I may roll out of this. This is not easy. So it's a teeny tiny movement. And then we come up. Teeny tiny scoop of those abs, and then we sit up. Wonderful. 1 more. Tip, tip, tip. Whoa, pull up. All right, take the feet down, deep breath in, and then relax, pull back into that C curve. From here, I just want us to pretend like we're running in very slow motion, reaching the arms forward and forward. Rounded spine at first, like we're just charging forward through something. Now rotate and punch, rotate and punch. Rotate and punch. Option, if you want to try to hover the legs and do this, lengthen the spine up as well. So now you have rotation and extension through the spine. Length through the arms, breath through the whole body. If you want, lengthen those legs as well. Woo! Backs of the legs are super active, everybody. Hold right here. Big breath in, maybe reach your arms up, start to lower the legs and sit up tall. Woo! Exhale, start to bring it back in. 2 more, long through the arms and the legs. Exhale, squeeze it in. 1 more time, long. Squeeze it in, hold here, roll the spine down. Woo! All right, I'm scooching back down so that I'm on the mat. Let's keep that ball in between the ankles and send the legs up to the sky. Hopefully you can see them here. We're going to do a little hips movement initiate from the lower abdominal region. So it's not about how big you can make your circle. It's really about how tightly you can control your abs, right? So there's a squeeze on the ball, and just like you have little markers or pencils or something on your toes, they're reaching up. They're gonna join that paint print that you made of your feet before, and then we'll switch directions. So we exhale to pull around, legs go up and around, off to the side, to pull in. Breathe with me, Pilates breath. Exhaling through pursed lips. Why? Yes. I know, even if you didn't say it, you were thinking, obviously, it's because it encourages us to engage our pelvic floor and simultaneously braces our transverse abdominis, both two things that are really important when we're practicing Pilates. So nice job. Take a nice bend in your knees. We're gonna tick-tock the knees side to side. If the ball in between the toes is too much, let's put it in between the ankles. In fact, that's what I'm gonna do, and you can feel free to leave it where it was. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, your hands are pushing down. Squeeze the knees, tip towards one side. Exhale, come back through center. So the exhale initiates the return of the legs. Exhale, bring them back together. You'll notice this is a slow, controlled movement. The range of motion is only as much as I can maintain that real strong connection, control, using my obliques. We exhale and we bring it back up. Let me turn just like this. Maybe it might be a little easier for you to see, or even like that. Okay, so as we tip now, we're gonna add on. Notice that my legs are pretty parallel. We'll send our legs out straight, and then we'll bend the knees. Initiate on an exhale with those obliques. Pull back over. Weight tips into the other side. Opposite tricep presses down. Lengthen the legs. Pull them back together. Come through. I'll show you from this angle. Hopefully you can see it. All right, so triceps are pushing down. We tip over. Keep the opposite shoulder blade heavy. Lengthen the legs. Pull the knees back in. Take it over. Other side. Good. Other shoulder blade pushes down. Triceps, forearms, and pads of the fingers push down. All right, we're almost there. Tick-tock to the other side. Now hold here, lengthen the legs out, and I just want us to flutter kick. Very slow motion. Keep dropping those abs down. Belly button is pulling in to kiss your spine. Two more, squeeze and point those toes. Last one, pause. I want you to use the weight of that bottom thigh. For me, it's my right, so probably for you, it's your left. Bend the knees and exhale, come back through center. Woo! All right, one more, other side. Tip it over, squeeze the ball. Lengthen through the legs. Keep wide through the chest. Right here, option. Tick-tock those legs. 8, 7. The side I'm trembling. If you're watching, you can see it. 4, I'm right there with you. Trust me. 2 and 1. Bend the knees. Pause. Use that inner thigh of the outer leg to initiate the movement back. Take that ball and just put it in between the feet. Hug the knees in, flex the feet, or if that's too much, just set it off to the side. Little happy baby if that feels good. If you're comfortable keeping the legs separated, that's the idea. You can tip, it feels so good. Maybe even stretch a leg out. Reach, reach, reach. All right, let's put the ball behind our back, and we'll do a little bit more abs. Ooh. We've already gone about 20 minutes, so I'm gonna do about 2 more minutes, then we'll do a quick little cool down. How's that sound? Yeah? All right, excellent. I just pretended like you said, that sounds amazing. Let's do like 1 or 2 more things. So thank you, here we go. All right, let's start out by putting this right behind our mid-back, almost like where your bra strap would be, yeah? Most of us should definitely know where that is. All right, so let's relax over top of it. Feel your sacrum heavy. That's the flat part of that, like right at your low spine. And the shoulders are just open. This should feel really good. Take a nice deep breath in. Feel the expansion of the lungs. And then as you exhale, little bit, taking from neutral to imprint. So feel your low abs work. One more time, inhale, return to neutral, those pubic bones drop down, hip bones rise, exhale, and now it's in the other direction. Pause right here. Nod the chin to the chest so the head stays connected to the spine. We'll exhale and curl ourselves up. So right here should feel like a little bit of work. I'll turn just a little bit like this so that you can see where the ball is. Hands are gonna come behind the head. We're really focusing on a small amount here. We exhale to curl up. If you have 2 balls available, go ahead and place one in between the thighs. Again, always happy to use props at our resources. 2 more. 1 more. Hold on the up. Now we're just gonna, so I'll mirror you. We're gonna roll ourselves, oblique work. You're pushing the ball away so that you're rotating towards your left if you're facing me, right? So keep that lift. Now come back through center. I want you to nudge the ball away. Feel it glide through the shoulder blades. Pelvis stays heavy and neutral. Come through center. Exhale, rotate, rotate, rotate. Good. Separate those elbows pretty wide and then come back through center. Make sure that you're staying stable. If you notice that you start to roll in one direction or the other and it feels real flexy, bendy and good, that might be a beautiful stretch opportunity, but it's not helping strengthen, especially through your spinal muscles, your obliques. But it's your choice, so do what feels right for you today, yeah? All right, you should have kept going while I was just giving you that little info. All right, so after we've done that, we're coming back through center, we're holding here, and then just picking our feet up one at a time, finding, again, nice neutral pelvis, bringing the leg to 90 degrees, like an exercise that you would do in the beginning of a Pilates class, maybe for warm-up. Option to bring the arms in front of you, nice little curl. Reaching like you're about to do hundreds, which we normally would do in the beginning of class. Imagine like you have a nice grapefruit right here. Maybe keep one leg up, then maybe the other. How's that feel? And then again, make sure you have a nice little lift right here. And let's just finish out with some hundreds. So Pilates breath, we're pat, pat, patting. We'll exhale to prepare. Now we'll inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and option. What can we do with those legs? It's totally your choice. You can extend the legs if you'd like. You can pull them back in. We can do one more together like that. Reaching out, squeezing everything to the ribs, and bending back in. We can alternate holding one out for a full breath cycle. Switch. Good, I think I did like 6 breaths just there. That's okay. Option to hold here, reach the arms back, circle them around, get a little deeper to finish up, and then just tap down, long legs. Let's reach, bicycling out. Reach, 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 reach. So I want you to point through those toes. Point, point, point. Here's 4, 3. Are your abs tired like mine are? 2, and 1. Put the feet down one at a time. Try not to disrupt the placement of the pelvis, and then relax all the way over the ball. Oh, that should feel really good. At least it does for me. I just worked really hard with you. All right, from here, let's reposition that ball so it comes behind the head. This is gonna feel really good. We're into the nice relaxing part now. Okay, so here you are. Okay, make sure your gaze is up at the ceiling. Separate the separate the feet. Let the knees come together and just take a moment. It should feel so good. Next time we'll use the ball behind our head for a little bit of work, but today let's just relax in it. Very good. All right, let's come out of that. Roll to your side. Let the ball just come off to the side for a moment. In fact, put it in between the legs. Press yourself up to a comfortable seat. And we're gonna use it to help us in our stretching. So separating those knees out, put it in between the thighs at first, and just sway a little side to side. Notice if you feel like you can breathe a little deeper, if your spine can sway a little bit more, and then circle that spine around. Get nice and wide through the pretend barrel that you're scraping through. Other direction, keep the soles of the feet pressing in, feel the pads of the toes. Oh, All right, let's hold right here, taking one leg out and then the next. Little bend in the knees, we can use the ball to roll forward. On an inhale, roll it back up. 2 more, exhale, push down, down, down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, initiate with those abdominals, pull up, and then restack on top of your spine. Last time here, exhale, pull down, reach forward. You may go even further this time. And then roll back up. Hook your hand underneath your right thigh and let the inside of your foot come to the inside of your left thigh. Ball can be a prop here if you'd like it to. Take a deep breath in, reach up. Exhale all the way over. We'll try to tap the ball. Inhale, open. Exhale, round and tap. One more time. Inhale to open. Exhale, round. Now put your right hand on the ball. If you want to take your left hand over top, you can. We're gonna roll our hands and the ball back until we feel like we're about to be one of those ski racers that are going out, out, out. And then from there, we're gonna take the ball, maybe not, at the base of our foot to get a deeper stretch. If that is not happening today, half the time it's not for me, we'll keep the ball right here. We're just doing what our body does today. All right, doesn't have to be anything more than that. Roll back up and take a nice little twist so the inside of your right thigh hugs into the inside of your right ribs. Then you rotate and you feel your left pec muscle press into that inner knee. And then we'll release. Taking it to the other side, let the leg get nice and long. Foot-thigh connection, take a deep breath in. Exhale, take it up and over. 2 more, inhale. And exhale, really heavy in the back of your extended leg. One more time, in and out. This time, take the ball to your hands. Maybe your right hand comes up and over. Stay weighted in that thigh. Roll it up, and then feel like you're going out of one of those. Somebody's gonna have to write a comment and tell me what they're called. When you're skiing and you're going off, about to race. Write that down for me, I need to know. And then option for you, if you want, take a hold. The ball can come at the base of the foot. And again, you wanna push the ball into the foot, but the foot pushes into the hand, the spine gets really long, and then you can fold down. So you're getting a back and a leg stretch. If you want more of a back stretch, continue to round the spine. If you want just a leg stretch, extend. Just hinge from the hip. Coming all the way back up. Let's gather a hold beneath. Just kidding. Let's twist. So put the inside of your left foot down, reach a hold, and then twist. Big breath in. Roll that ball away. Let's take one more little breath opportunity here to move with the body as it breathes, and we notice both breath and movement. That's the idea here. As you go along throughout your day, it's a good thing to check in. How often do you notice that you're breathing? I always say thank goodness. Go ahead and cross one leg in front of the other. Thank goodness that our body does it for us, right? Exhale, take a side bend. I always love to finish with some stretches. Come back through center. Exhale in the other direction. Reach, reach, reach. Come back through. Big breath in. Maybe interlace your fingers behind your head. Lift the chest. Exhale, round the spine. Grab a hold of your shins or your ankle. Inhale, pull your chest forward. Exhale, round. One more thing to do. Let's lengthen those legs out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold all the way down. See how that feels. Palms can be down, palms can be up. If you want even more of a stretch in your legs, you go from plantar flexion to dorsiflexion. Feel like you're pushing against the walls. 1 or 2 more breaths right here. And then flip the palms, point the toes, roll yourself back up, gather your inner thighs, pull them into a cross-leg position. Take a deep breath in. Pilates ice breath is helping me get the hair out of my face. And then bring your hands down through center. So a nice little quick session with you today. I appreciate you joining me. There's so much that we can do just with the mat and the ball. So I hope to see you again soon. If you have any videos that you're interested in seeing me create for you, please just put it in the message. I am here to help you, but also me. It's all about taking care of each other. So thank you for being there for me as well. Have a great day, everybody.